Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm out here at Ames Knoll State Park. Another beautiful day out here. A little warm for January, but you know that most likely is due to climate change, which some people of course say climate change is a hoax, but I mean there's enough proof out there to know that it's not a hoax, you know? And we can feel pretty powerless. Like I know a lot of people that if maybe you're just learning about what's going on in the environment, you look at what to do and you feel a little helpless, you feel powerless. And I see that's like a theme going on in the world right now. Like, well, it's been going on for a while now. People are finally starting to see their inner power. People are finally starting to see just how powerful that they are and what they can do. But for a long time, we've been told that we were powerless, like we couldn't do anything on our own, essentially. We were always relying on the government, we were always relying on leaders to come save us. When it comes to religion, we're waiting for God to come save us, you know? So we've always been taking our power and externalizing it. Like we externalize our power, which in turn makes us helpless. Like we are helpless, but at the end of the day, we are the only ones that can help ourselves. We can't not wait for somebody else to come in and save the day. We can't wait for one person to come save the world. Essentially, we all have to save our own worlds, and by saving our own worlds, we can save the world. The way that like I got to this point because one day I decided I was seeking the truth. That's the first step that I noticed. You have to seek the truth. I have a tattoo on my arm that says Veritas Lux Mea. It's enlightened by truth. And by seeking the truth, I started questioning more and more. And as I questioned things, I got to the point where I was like, wait a second. This planet here is not just mine. Like I'm sharing this planet with billions of other people. So why don't I treat it like that? So I made one little decision not to litter, because this is not just my planet. Everyone else is living here as well. And then it goes on and on and on to kind of like to get to the point where you become love, because you realize that you're sharing this planet with other people. And you gotta love the planet. And to love the planet, the people that live on the planet have to love it as well. But you have to love the people. And when you become love, you start seeing yourself in other people. And that is how you get to the point where you can still live in this world, still be happy, even though there's a lot of corruption. But in terms of feeling powerless, that's still a theme, and that still happens in a lot of ways. You look at makeup, you look at fitness, modeling, and all these things. People are still not really in tune with themselves, like the majority of people. Yes, we have people waking up, but we gotta spread that love. And I know that it took me a while to start making this YouTube channel, and I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that it took some more time to fine-tune my message, because if I had done it earlier, I would have been very argumentative. I would have been very negative. I would have been just arguing, for the sake of arguing, because I used to love to argue. But now I want to empower people, and the best way to empower people is to show them like their true selves, to remind themselves of who they are, where they came from, what they are capable of doing. And we can do this if we stop externalizing our power, if we stop waiting for someone else to save us and we start saving ourselves. You could read everything, you could have all the information in the world, but unless you apply it to your own life, nothing will change. Because there is a lot of great information out there, but you could read all that, but unless you are ready to apply it to your own life, to change your own life, to regain your power, that is when everything changes. That is when you start taking control. That's when you start being accountable. You stop being a victim to the circumstances around you. You stop being a victim to your environment. You stop being a victim to your past even. You can grow from that. You can become something brighter, something divine, something out of this world, And people are gonna be weirded out by it, no doubt. Because this is still fairly new, like the vegan movement and even like the raw vegan movement. I mean, there's so many things. You got people that are now, not shaving. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, like a lot of revolutionary things going on. And it's because people are finally starting to wake up and see that they don't have to put up with this stuff. They don't have to follow what society says, because society is the belief of the majority. And right now, the majority of us are sick. Like, we have never been this sick as a population. So to follow what society says is to essentially setting yourself up for failure. So to go away from so what society believes, to go away from that is not easy to do, but it is such an empowering thing to do. And the only way you're going to be able to do it is by bringing that power back within you, to start taking control over your own actions, to stop letting society define who you are. You have to define yourself. You have to bring meaning to your own life. It all starts within. So it's all about going within, and that's what I've been doing. I've been going within myself. I've been questioning myself. I've been talking to myself, spending more time with myself. Like, we gotta do these things. We spend so much time on other things, so much time on makeup or clothes or technology or cars. We spend a lot of time on these things, but we forget about ourselves. We forget about who we are. We forget about this beautiful body that we have been given, like, the privilege to use to do whatever we want, to follow our dreams, to be happy. We have forgotten to live. So let's bring back the power. Let's regain our power. Let's share this. Let's not put each other down. If someone eats meat or whatever, it's okay to still love them, because at the end of the day, who they are is something beautiful, just like you are. So that's my message for the day. If you liked it, hit the like button below. Hit me up in the comments section. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. We're gonna change the world, guys, together with love. I'll see you guys on the next one.